In this video, you will learn where to find the Evaluator tool, how to create an evaluation, and how to use the evaluation schedule. To navigate to evaluations in the admin portal, click on Tools, Evaluator. If you do not see this option, then the evaluation tool is not presently activated on your account, and you would need to reach out to a representative for assistance. This will open a new tab where you can see the options for the evaluator, landing on the Evaluations tab. Any evaluations that have been executed will appear on this page. If there are a lot of evaluations that have been performed, you may use the search options at the top of the page to filter down and refine your view. Clicking the Show Archived checkbox to the right will allow you to see any archived evaluations as well. Along the left side of the window, you will see three additional options: External Evaluations, Form Templates, and Scheduler. External Evaluations is where you can find any evaluations completed on call center excluded items such as events, web pages, outside recordings, etc. Be aware that it is best practice to configure an evaluation template exclusive to these types of evaluations, which we will cover next. To create a template, click on Form Templates. Here you can see a list of previously created templates. If any of these templates are not ready for use, they can be edited, deleted, or even cloned if they are similar to a template that you wish to create. Once in an in-use status, a template can be cloned or archived. An archived template can no longer be used to evaluate, but can be retrieved from archives so that it can, once again, be utilized for evaluating agents. To create a new template, click Add at the top of the window. This will open the Form Creator window for you to begin creating a template. Give the template a name and description, and then click Update. Begin adding your evaluation questions by clicking on Add Category. On this new screen, you will see all the options for the category or question. Name the category, give it a description that the creator will see, and then give it a public description or what the evaluator and agent will see. For example, let's say that this evaluation is for a sales agent. We want this first category to evaluate their greeting. We will call it Greeting, give it a description of this category is used to evaluate the agent on their greeting skills. In the public description, we will enter, the agent must follow all of the company policies on greeting a customer. Now we need to set the type of category or question this is. Our options are yes, no, scale, single choice, or multi-choice. Note that whenever we change this selection, the grading option below will change to meet the qualifications of the question type. Yes, no. For yes-no questions, enter a question, choose the point scale for answers, and select the points needed to pass. We will enter, was the customer greeted properly? 20 for a yes answer, 0 for a no answer, and 20 minimum points to pass. The remaining options allow you to include the comment section or not, include an ad hoc bonus points allowing the evaluator to give extra credit, adding an auto fail button which, if selected, would cause the agent to fail the entire evaluation, and even making this question optional. Making a question optional will not affect the agent's score if the question is skipped. Our template is a good example for using this option. Since this is a sales agent evaluation, take for example we want questions that correlate to instances in which the agent makes a sale. If no sale is made on the call, those questions would become irrelevant or not applicable. We will only include comments for this question. Click Update. As seen here, the category has been added. Click Add Category once again to create a new question. We will now create a scale question. Let's call this next question Issue. For the description we will say, this category is to evaluate their gathering of the issue. The public description will be, the agent must gather and confirm the caller's needs according to company policy. Change the type to scale and create the question. Did the agent gather the caller's issue? You now have the option of setting the scale of grading. For example, 1 to 5, 0 to 10, etc. You can also choose to increment the scale. For example, the scale can go from 0 to 20 and increment by 5, thus giving the evaluator grading options of 0, 5, 10, and so on. Setting the minimum pass points at 10 would mean the agent needs to at least fall in the middle to pass this question. Once again, we will include comments. Click Update. We now see our new question in addition to the first. Note, even though this would not make sense in our case, questions can be moved up and down in their order. Here, greeting would obviously stay at step 1. Our next question will be a single choice question. We will call this question Body. The description will be, this category applies to the agent's handling of the body of the call. The public description will be, did the agent use the 5 W's approach when informing the customer? The actual question being asked will be, did the agent follow the quality customer approach guidelines? Now we can create our answers and give them each an individual score. No, 0 points. Somewhat, 5 points. Halfway, 10 points. Mostly, 15 points. And finally, yes, 20 points. Set minimum pass points to 10 once again. Choose to add comments, and this time, include ad hoc for the instances where the agent goes above and beyond. Click Update. Multi-choice. Now let's add a multi-choice question. We will call this category Wrap. For the description we will enter, category for the closing of the call. For public description, the agent needs to cover steps, verify, company, name, case, chat, and URL. The question can be, did the agent execute the proper closing? Again, this will be a multi-choice question. Similar to single choice, we have an Add button to put in all of our answer selections as well as the score applied. We will enter the following. Verify completion of inquiry, 5 points. Company name, 5 points. Agent name, 5 points. Case number, 5 points. And URL, 5 points. There is a maximum of 5 entries for multi-choice questions. 6 if you choose to select Not Applicable as an option. We will select Not Applicable for this question, as the customer may disconnect before the agent can wrap up, as callers often do. We will make the minimum pass points 15 for this question, add comments, and once again offer ad hoc as an option. Click Update. Finally, we will add one more category to the evaluation. This category we will title Autofail. In the description, we will list autofail options that the evaluator will look for that would be reasons for a poor evaluation. We will list cursing, rudeness, talking over the caller, lying, or hanging up. We will copy this into the public description as well. We will leave this as a yes or no question. The question will be, is this an autofail? We can make no worth 20 points. This will round our evaluation out to a nice even 100 possible points. We will make our minimum 20. We will now select to add comments and at this time select Can Set Auto Failure. Click Update. Although we have approached autofail in this manner, be aware that this is not the method that has to be taken. Any category can have autofail applied to it. For example, autofail could have been turned on in Category 1, Greeting. If the evaluator felt that the agent's greeting was poor, they could have marked it an autofail. Once all the categories are entered, you now have the options to select Publish for Use or Publish for Calibration. Publish for Use will make the evaluation ready to use to evaluate agents' calls. Publish for Calibration will make the evaluation ready for testing. Just like a real evaluation, you can evaluate a call using this template. However, you will not be able to submit it to an agent for acknowledgement. When ready, edit the template and select Publish for Use. Now that you know how to create an evaluation template, Let's look at using the scheduler. Navigate to the scheduler by selecting the calendar icon in the left menu. This will take you to a page that looks like this. To begin, click the link for Create New Rule. On the General tab, enter a title for your schedule and a description if you would like to. For example, Weekly Evaluation and This is a schedule to evaluate sales agent on a weekly basis. Select the evaluation template that you will use and then click Go to Selection Criteria at the bottom of the page. On this tab, select agents, teams, and/or queues that the schedule will apply to. Next, choose the interaction type, minimum length of the interaction, and whether to include classification information. Setting a good minimum time will help to avoid short calls that may not contain all the applicable evaluation fields. Turn on classifications will present you with additional options if you wish to narrow evaluations by classification options such as subjects or resolutions. Finally, select Go to Evaluators. On the Evaluators tab, choose the evaluators from the drop-down. More than likely, your selections here are going to be team leaders or higher, or perhaps even members that are part of an evaluations team. Evaluations per one evaluator needs to be a number from 1 to 1,000, and will assign this number to each evaluator selected. If there are not enough interactions available, automation rules will attempt to assign as many evaluations as is possible evenly across all evaluators. Click Go to Frequency. On the Frequency tab, select how often that you wish this rule to apply. Since we have created the schedule called Weekly Evaluation, we will select Weekly every 1 week, on Sundays at the end of the day. This way, Monday morning will present evaluators with their evaluations for the week. Choose an immediate start date to begin this schedule right away. If you wish to start immediately, choose Activate after saving and then click Create at the bottom of the screen. If not, simply click Create. Not clicking Activate creates the schedule in a paused state. Choosing the ellipses to the right allows you to activate, edit, or even remove this schedule. As you can see, Activate will change the status to Active. You now know how to create an evaluation template and deploy it for use by evaluators. Additionally, you know how to schedule evaluations to be performed on a regular basis by evaluators. Thank you for watching.
Orchestrating a Brighter World, NEC.